Okay, question 9. Obviously a very wordy question here, okay, but this is the sort of thing we need to get used to for the numeracy exam. I would highlight a lot of information here, no doubt. So as we go through it now, I'll highlight key information. It says Laura lives 80 miles from the port of Dover. Okay, so that's how far away she lives from Dover. She's thinking about buying a computer in a local store, priced at £1,650. Okay, so this is in a local store, and the computer costs £1,650. Her friend tells her that the same model of computer can be bought in a shop in Calais, France, for €1,500. Okay, so we've got a different currency here, obviously, because it's in France. Okay, but this is how much it will cost for a shop in Calais, right? Obviously, different amount because in euros. Laura decides to drive to Dover, take the ferry to Calais, buy the computer in Calais, and then return home. Using the following information, calculate how much money Laura would save by doing this compared with buying the computer at a local store. So we've got information here. It says a car travels 40 miles per gallon, right? A gallon of fuel costs £6.24, okay? A return ferry ticket costs £23.75, okay? So I'm going to highlight return as well, because return, of course, means that you pay to not only go to Calais, but that ticket will also cover coming back as well. Okay, so it's a ticket that covers both directions. So she'll only have to pay £23.75 for the ferry in total. The exchange rate at this time is £1 equals 1.18 euros. Showing all your workings, give your answer correct to the nearest pound. Okay, so there's lots of things we need to work out here, okay, and really it's up to you where you start. Okay, so long as you're clear and systematic in your approach. I'm sort of perhaps tempted to perhaps work in the order here of these bullet points as they're given, okay, just so I'm not getting confused. We already know how much the computer costs in the local store, okay, so we already know that's what we're competing against. All right. So we're going to see how much she'd save by doing it the alternative way, okay, the longer approach by going to France, okay. We're comparing it with 1,650. So it says her car travels 40 miles per gallon, okay. That's what I'm going to focus on first. All right. Now she drives, it says, doesn't it? She drives to Dover, takes the ferry to Calais, and then buys the computer in Calais, and then returns home. So the driving bit to Dover, okay, that's the bit we need to focus on. We need to figure out, of course, the amount of miles she's driven. Now it's 80 miles. That's how far she lives from the port of Dover. Now, I would start this off by working out total distance travelled by car. Be careful here, okay? Be careful. It's so easy to make a mistake here. It's not 80. Think about it. She has to drive from her home to Dover, but when she gets the computer, catches the ferry back to Dover, she needs to drive the car from Dover back home. So it's going to be double that, isn't it? 160 miles. Okay, so be careful on that. Okay? It's not just 80 miles she needs to think about. She needs to think about the return journey, 160 miles. Okay. Now it does say her car travels 40 miles per gallon. So for every 40 miles, she uses a gallon. Okay. So we can see how many 40 miles are in 160. Okay. So use our calculator. Okay, if you want to, and you come out 4. Okay. So 4 is the answer to that. So we can say she uses 4 gallons of fuel. Okay. It says a gallon of fuel costs £6.24. Okay, so we can say then, we can work up the total cost of fuel. Well, she's 4 gallons times £6.24. Okay, so 4 times 6.24, and that works out to be £24.96. Okay, so that's how much her fuel is going to cost her in total. The other cost she's got, return ferry ticket, £23.75. So I mean, you're going to need to factor that in as well. That's something we just need to add on, isn't it? So I might add that on at the end. And of course then we need to work out the computer, okay, the cost of the computer. Now we told it's €1,500, but we've got this exchange rate here to see how much that would be in pounds. Okay, so if we have £1 equals 1.18 euros, and we're given the price in euros, okay, of course when you want to change back to pounds you need to divide, don't you? Okay, when we change it from a foreign currency back to pounds, we divide by 1.18. Okay, so if I do that, 1500 divided by 1.18 on my calculator, yeah, and I've got that answer there. Okay, so quite a nasty answer, but we've got £1,271.19. Okay, so we'll write that there. I think I've rounded that to 2 decimal places because it's money. Okay, so yeah, that's the cost of the computer. Okay, so this is the cost of computer. Okay, now I need to think now if I included everything. I've looked at the cost of the travelling by car, so the petrol. I've also taken into account the cost of the computer, and now obviously I'm going to include the ferry ticket. So I can now work out the total cost, okay, which will equal the fuel, which is £24.96, the ferry ticket, which is £23.75, and the cost of the computer, which is £1,271.19. Okay, so add them together. Okay, so add them together, 1271.19, and I get out £1,319.90. Okay, so that's her total cost if she goes on this expedition to Calais. Okay, let's remind ourselves that now what exactly we need to work out. It says, using the following information, calculate how much money Laura would save by doing this compared with buying a computer at a local store. So she will save, okay, 1,650, sorry, take away £1,319.90. So we do 1650, take away 1319.90. So she will save £330.10. Now, please be careful here with the questions. You need to make sure you put it as they want it. Show and all your work and give your answer correct to the nearest pound. So we need to round this, yeah? So we need to say then £330. That's what it's closest to, isn't it? To the nearest pound. Always leave the rounding in this case until the very end. But here we've gone through the information given. We've been careful to calculate the cost of the fuel and then the cost of the computer by exchanging it into pounds using the exchange rate. Included all the information there, all the different amounts, and we can see that she actually saves £330.